Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. On to one of our favorite segments, What's Trending, with our in-house analyst, Ikenna Kingsley. Hi, Ikenna.
Hey guys, how are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
You're looking great as well.
Yeah, very vintage.
Thanks a lot.
Right, so what's trending?
Okay, fans gathered to pay tribute to rapper XXXTentacion, who was shot and killed in Florida on Monday. Tribute started peacefully, but as crowd grew in size, so did the chaos. XXX fans began immortalizing him through his music and have driven up his streaming numbers as it has grown by 41%. Spotify has even placed the late rapper's playlist back on their platform after they initially removed his music last month.
Wow. One thing I can say is that he would be really proud, really happy that they're actually, coming out. But that seems like a bit of a bit of chaos though.
Yeah, it's chaos. Like people were jumping off roofs. Even the police couldn't actually, tame them down, and it's all crazy.
Yeah, because he did say he wanted his fans, to live through his music, to find him through his music. But I don't know. I hope no chaos ensues with.
It's too much.
Because his fans are very, very.
Again, the kind
loyal.
of music he had initially will determine the kind of fans he had. And his music was not exactly peaceful. Like we discussed yesterday, he seemed angry. Even though that changed over time, but I'm sure he still has diehard fans from the beginning.
Right.
So, I mean, seeing them, I just hope nobody got hurt. I hope they were all safe. Do you know if the cops were there?
Yeah, the cops were there, but
definitely.
trying to just should I say reduce the whole chaos, the riots and all that. But they're mourning someone should I say their I don't want to say mentor icon.
Their icon, their icon, I would say.
It's crazy.
Well, may his soul rest in peace. May his soul rest in
amen.
peace.
And it's just crazy how the numbers go up after some artists pass away. It's sad.
41%.
Yeah,
wow.
that's
41%.
a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dr. Dre is in the early stages of working on a film about Marvin Gaye. Sources revealed that he has reportedly secured the rights to the late singer's music. Dre's project is the most recent to be authorized by Gaye's family since Jamie Foxx landed the rights for a limited series back in 2016. As many people may know, Dre's film credits include 2015 film Straight Outta Compton, which he served as a producer, as well as the inspiration alongside his NWA group members. Okay,
So seeing this, I have faith in this movie already. This is not going to be a Lifetime movie. I'm always shading Lifetime. I love Lifetime. God bless you guys. But yes, I have faith in this movie, and it's something I'd want to watch.
Yeah, and something I'll be looking out for because I'm a fan of Marvin Gaye. Yes, I know, like his, should I say, way out of my age bracket. But
music has nothing to do with age.
Yes, exactly. Because I grew up listening to, Sexual Healing from his Music of Love, and I won't lie to you, I like that song.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and my dad my dad made sure I fell in love with the song from a very early age. Because he was always, bumping to the track at home, and it just grew on me. And if you find all my phones, iPods and all that, I always have that song on my playlist. So.
Yeah, he was such an easy listen, his music, very easy, just get you in the mood, okay? You just relax. Yes, get you in a chilled mood. That's what I mean.
Okay, chill mood.
Yes,
okay.
Everybody,
Get your mind out of
the gutters. Yes.
Okay.
So what else is trending?
So Burna Boy has been unveiled as latest signing with international label Universal Music Group. The musician is the latest Nigerian artist who has put pen to paper in an international deal coming after recent success he has enjoyed since release of his latest album, Outside. In a post on the Instagram page, publishing arm of the music company welcomed Burna Boy to the family. The Burna Boy deal comes off the back of recent Universal Music signing of techno and licensing deal with Mr. Easy.
About time. Burna Boy is one of the
most
talented musicians we have in Nigeria, in my opinion.
Sure.
He's just not, I don't want to say he's just not focused.
I wouldn't say Burna Boy isn't focused. I think what it is
he fights with everyone.
He's
very temperamental. He's not easy to work with, according to people who have worked with him.
He's very stubborn.
But that doesn't mean that he's not focused in his music. I mean, you can argue with people and you can have issues with people, but you can still, he has put out a lot of work in terms of music. He's been doing a lot of collaborations with people overseas. He has that track with, is it Heaven's Gate with Lily Allen, which done really well in the UK as well. So I think he's one of those artists that we don't really see him in the news that often. Come on. So if we're talking about being not focused, if you're equating it to arguments and being in the center of attention when it comes to certain issues, then yeah, but he's hardly in the news. So I do feel like he has back-to-back backlog of work actually.
Yeah, true.
Burna Boy, he does.
Yeah, he does. So maybe not focused is not the right word, but he's very controversial.
That's the word, controversial.
He's controversial, and because of that, he's had challenges getting to. He could have been bigger than Wizkid, in my opinion. The kind of talent he has, and the kind of connection he has as well. You know, he's just different. He's in a class of his own.
Yeah, that's it.
Which is something we've seen with Wizkid. But his controversies back to back. If you Google Burna Boy
and
now,
his music.
If you Google Burna Boy now, you would not see his music. You would
see one fight or the other.
But guys, also Burna Boy's music is not really the same music that it's not the kind of music that is like Bedu, where everybody's like, it's not that type of music where you hear it playing at a wedding or so his music is very different. I don't know that many artists that you can compare Burna Boy with as well. So when you're trying to do something in your own lane as well, sometimes it does take a bit longer to actually get there. So there are a lot of people that their music is like Wizkid's, but there's no one like
Burna Boy.
And there's no one like Wizkid.
Yeah, and I would say that he has the most, should I say, the most loyal fans any artist in Nigeria can have, because I know a lot of people that are Burna Boy fans. In short, his fans are actually much. You'll be surprised or shocked to know the percentage of people that support Burna Boy. And I just hope he goes like from here. And Lil Allen is a big collaboration. She featured him on her album, and he featured her on his. So. And even the Ye, when Kanye West dropped it gave his own song. Yeah. Like, that very needed boost.
Yeah, because people were actually looking for Yeezy's album and song, and they stumbled upon Burna Boy's Ye track, which is really good for him.
And it boosted the streams and the downloads, like, all of that. Way, way bigger than what he expected.
And I remember when Jidena came, Jidena was like, Burna Boy is one of the most underrated artists we have in Nigeria. So I'm glad he's getting the recognition now, and this deal with Universal Records hopefully takes him to the next level.
Yeah, true. Okay, and things are getting crazy at the World Cup as there have been major upsets in the tournament. Let's talk about yesterday a little bit. Okay, Poland versus Senegal. Now, I must say that I'm happy Senegal finally won. Should I say an African country won?
Yes.
This match was actually a really interesting match to watch because they were actually equalizing at one point.
Yeah, they had equalized.
And I think he scored. Oh my God, because I've watched so many matches. I'm trying to keep up. When they scored, it was like, yes, victory for Africa. We're doing this not just for Senegal, but for Africa.
Everybody now talking about, okay, so where can we get the Senegalese jersey? Let's leave the Super Eagles jersey for a second. Where can we get the Senegalese jersey?
So like people were saying, like, okay, there was no shaku, no photo shoots, no nothing. This guy went on the pitch and they did the job. Fine, the whole of Africa were behind them, because I would tell you, they had a bit of luck in that match. If you see the own goal, and if you see, luck and
to be fair, they're actually in quite I wouldn't say easy group, but their group is pretty easy. It's not the most difficult group, if you think about it. But I would not take that away from them. They did really well.
I think they did really
we're
well.
up against people like Argentina, so it's a bit different. But as we said, they were very focused on the pitch. You can see that they had practiced together.
Yes, and they haven't been at the World Cup in years, since 96 or 90 something. So this for them is like, we're out to actually make magic.
Their coach being the only black coach in the tournament, I think he has proved the point that hey, someone back home can do this job, because he used to be the captain when he was a player, and now he's the coach. And this is the first win for African teams. And other African teams have foreign coaches, from Germany to France and all that.
Nigeria?
Yeah, Nigeria, we have a German coach. And this guy is from Senegal, and he went out there and he did the job, and he did it perfectly well. It got to the point that even after the win, their fans cleaned up the stadium. Like, they cleaned their own portion or segment or section of the stadium, rather, like where they sat. This shows
because they were so few.
Happy.
It seemed like everybody there was just like family. I saw a picture of my friend in Russia. She posted it like, these are all the Senegalese fans here. Like, there were not so many of them. So
that reminds me of like the Japanese fans as well.
Listen, please, let's talk about Colombia versus Japan.
Another upset. But hey, I would say that was coming, because receiving the red card in the first 5 minutes of a match.
3 minutes!
just 3 minutes. Just to them 3 minutes to get a red card, and that was really
Carlos
messed up.
Sanchez.
Yes, and that's like one of their main players too, and it's messed up because playing for almost 90 minutes with 10 men, I don't know how you want to pull out that win. And Japan, you know, with the extra man, and they, you know, capitalized on that, and hey, they won.
Yeah.
And that is the first win from an Asian team against a South American team.
Yeah.
So you can imagine.
Nobody saw that coming. I'm sure all those who bet were like Colombia would win.
Nobody saw that coming.
Yeah.
And like okay, the group itself, Japan, Colombia, Senegal, and Poland. Now the top two favorites were Poland and Colombia. Now they lost.
Yeah.
Now the underdogs are the ones that won.
Yeah.
So hey, like I said earlier one time, I think last week on the show, this year seems to be a year for the underdogs. Someone that hasn't won it
A
before.
year of surprises.
Yeah, you really cannot predict what's happening. Now,
Russia, Egypt.
Yes, this Russia. No, let me tell you guys something. Whilst I was watching this match, I just knew as soon as he scored that own goal that their attitude and their behavior was just almost like they've been defeated already. Because it was just so unfortunate. And what's his name? Nefertiti or something like that. The guy with the curly hair.
The own goal, right?
Yeah, he scored an own goal, and it was very unfortunate. But he did try to come back.
Yeah.
You know, he did. They did actually score against him, but by then it was almost like what, 3-1.
I was just like, why another African country? You know, this on-goal thing, what is going on?
There's something going on.
The thing about this particular African team, Egypt, is that Africans had high hopes about the team because they had the likes of Salah in it.
They had Salah in there.
Yes, and Salah being injured, didn't play the first match. Now, this one, he came in just trying to, you know, let's just make this happen.
Yeah.
He couldn't still do it. He scored the penalty, which like consolation goal, but a lot of Africans had hopes for like Egypt, and hey, they were the first to actually lead the competition.
Yeah,
and I must give it to Russia. Those guys, first two matches, they have 8 goals.
They are.
I think Putin must have promised them heaven and earth.
No, I did not say promised. I said Putin threatened.
Like,
maybe he threatened them like, listen. Because somebody was like, it's definitely not juju because we don't really think Russia, we don't really see Russia like doing jazz and all of that. That's not really a thing. But that threat that don't try to mess up this country, okay?
But and this is really interesting because this is the first, this is what, since 1934 that a host nation would be leading. And it's actually really great that they've been able to do this.
Yeah, it's great.
And to see that they did not qualify, they just actually, because they're host countries, they qualified because they're the host nation. So,
and you know, like after the first match against Saudi Arabia, people were like saying Saudi, like they're an easy team to, you know, beat and all that. Now Egypt was the first major test, and hey, they whooped them 3-1, and that's a statement there.
Yeah, so they've moved on, obviously, to the knockout stage.
Yeah, they won 2 matches, that's it. Just get 6 points and you're on to the next stage. Egypt now will be hoping for a miracle, which it's still mathematically possible for them to qualify if Saudi Arabia beats Uruguay, which we don't see that happening.
But again, we've already said it that this is a World Cup of surprises.
And you know, they've got some of their best players that are injured. I know that Neymar from Brazil is struggling with his ankle. Like, it's really sad because he's such a star player, but it's just looking really bleak that he won't actually be playing.
No, Neymar is back for Brazil.
But I saw him yesterday, and the way he was hopping, he even looked angry at the ball. He was training, and he did not look.
Today is Portugal, Morocco, and Morocco is another African team on the verge of leaving the tournament.
What do you think if you were to predict? If you were to predict, who would you?
I would go for Ronaldo, man.
Right.
That guy he's a miracle worker, if I put it that way. that guy is on top of his game. So I don't know. I wish Morocco well, but it's a tough one.
Who are the top players in Morocco? I'm even trying to think of players in Morocco now. I can't even think of any.
They have Boufal. They have who else? They have a couple of average players, but not like Portugal. Portugal. Ronaldo alone is like. Ronaldo is like 5 players in one person. So
Ronaldo is a machine.
It's like you're coming out to face 15 players instead of 11. So.
But then it does happen, you know. We do see people that actually lose their first match, go on to win the World Cup, like Germany are defending champions.
Spain,
and
it has happened over and over
let's keep our fingers crossed.
What, for the Super Eagles?
Let's not go there.
Please, I'm looking forward to get my Senegal jersey. That's
wow, what sellouts. Anyway, England won, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah,
okay,
they
just
did
roll
win.
my eyes.
They scored in the last, what, 30 seconds? No, they played really well. Kane, shout out to him. And I'm still supporting the Super Eagles at the same time.
Yeah, we are.
So it's Super Eagles and Senegal for me in Africa. And then if all African teams just fall out, then I'll decide later. Maybe I'll go with Japan. Who knows? They're
well, for me, once the Eagles are out, I would go for, I don't know, Portugal. I just want them to win the World Cup. Yes, I'm a Ronaldo fan. I'm saying it.
Really?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so what are some other top trends happening now on social media?
Okay, other top trends on social media. Drake gifts his dad a blue Bentley Azure worth an estimated $150,000 for Father's Day, yeah. And Michael Jackson's estate is bringing the story of his life to Broadway. And scenes from the tragedy in Ojuelegba, Lagos, where a container fell from the bridge, smashing several cars. Yeah.
Wow, that's
The last one.
That last story is really sad.
The last one is a sad one.
And it's just, we spoke about this last week as well, about all these tankers and trailers. I tweeted about it, and it's just like all these, there should be a route for these trailers and tankers. It doesn't make sense that innocent people keep losing their lives, but going about their daily business because a tanker is falling over in Lagos, so someone can't drive properly, there's a pothole that's almost 6 feet deep. It's just ridiculous.
And I said we need a working rail system.
Yes, we do.
They've been on this rail system for years. What is going on? You know, that will almost take out all the tankers we see on the road because we're moving stuff from the north to the south. You know, we just need a functioning rail system. That shouldn't be too hard to do.
So sad.
We don't need these trailers. We don't.
It's really a sad one because, you know, this happened last year.
Yeah.
And this year again, another one. I don't know for how long we can go on like this. And, you know, the crazy thing is, I passed that same Ojuelegba 20 minutes before or before it happened. And I'm like, wow, I just passed this place like not long ago. 20, and
we're praying for you, Kenna. You don't know this, but we're praying for you. We love what's trending.
Well,
we need you around.
It's crazy, but as I don't know, and like they said 3 people dead and others injured.
Sad.
And you can imagine you driving, and next thing you go out with a bang. You don't, because it just falls from the top and bam,
let's not think about it.
And we thank God that the buses were empty. Like you can imagine if we had like people filled in like buses normally. I mean, it's crazy. I think the government should actually look into this.
Yeah, please.
More than anything.
They do need to look into it.
They should. Let's talk about Drake, though.
Yeah, Drake.
Getting
Drake.
his dad that car.
I didn't know he really loved his dad like that. He's always talking about his mum and his bed. He didn't mention his dad in God's plan, but this is really nice of him.
Yeah,
well,
I think talk about their mom.
I think it's a good one. You know, consider the fact that it's just one Father's Day in the year and 6 Mother's Day. Like I think
it's not 6. It's not 6.
It's like 6 now. You guys go on like.
And this is quite refreshing news because what we heard a lot on Father's Day was a lot of bashing from different celebrities, people that had the baby mamas and mothers. A lot of your some of your favorite stuff on Instagram.
It's a thing of joy when your son is doing well.
Yeah.
And you as a father, there's no better gift. Even just the fact that he's doing well is enough, like for you right now. He getting you a car worth $150,000.
And that looks like a car that a dad like Drake's would like.
Exactly.
It's like all those big pimping cars.
Yeah, I was going to say pimping, but I didn't want to associate his dad with pimping.
No, I'm not
the hat fits.
Exactly, but it just looks like, look at the car. It just
look at his hat. He even looks swagged out. I think he fits that Bentley. You're right.
Now,
he does.
You can imagine you as a parent or a father driving around in a Bentley. You know, what your
I'm sure he's going to be like, everything is wound down.
Listen, imagine if it was a Nigerian father. Now, we like to do every...
First of all, he'll start off with Thanksgiving in church on Sunday.
Yeah, true. Buy all the rams and cows and,
and let's talk about Michael Jackson's family quickly on Broadway. That is one family that is... They're milking, they had every avenue possible. They've done a movie or they've sold the rights to a movie, and now Broadway.
Yeah.
I wonder what will be next.
I think Michael Jackson deserves every plan set aside to celebrate Michael Jackson is a welcome one. In fact, I think every country should have a statue of the late pop icon in their country, one place to the other, because that guy, I think he impacted the world with his music.
He did.
Yes, he had his own issues, but the music, the man spread the message with music, and I think it's a welcome one.
He went too soon.
Yeah, well. Too
So
soon,
what's the
right?
photo of the day?
Okay, since it's Wednesday and you know what to expect for photo of the day, of course, the woman crush. And our crush for today is Janelle Monáe as she covers Allur's Freedom issue for July.
I love it.
This is the first time I would see her dressed like this, if I'm being honest.
I love it.
And she's always like in suits, pants,
Yeah, in black
and all
and
that.
white. But she changed that, no? She had that very, well, almost conjoined with female parts and all of that, but pink. And then I think that's when she started the whole pop of color thing. So it's good to see her in bright orange.
Yeah, very bright. I'm telling you, like, I actually like this picture. It's a fine one. Something that I think is different compared to the, you know, kind of stuff she puts on. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. Let me just give it to her like that.
And she's super talented.
Yeah.
Very talented.
So talented.
Very talented.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Ikenna.
Thank you, Ikenna.
Okay, you're welcome.
Never a dull moment on what's trending. We're going on a short break now. When we return, we will be having a roundtable discussion on the influence of social media on fashion. Stay with us.